What kind of experiences have you had working with women who have experienced some sort of trauma?
Ooh,
Like, I know you have because I have, and I don't
right.
even look for it.
So I am very big on crying. Um, I have no problems telling people like it's okay to cry in here because I cry all the
Mm,
time too. And a lot of times it just depends. Like stuff comes up and in weird, it doesn't even have to be like, oh, I got hit really hard and I'm hurt. It could be, I remember I tell this story of I was at Fit to Fight. I was training with Ryan Hoover and
mm,
Amber for a month. And we're in the middle of like, and it had been a long, like I was there probably 6 days a week. And then we were doing stuff on the weekends, like different programs and stuff. Cause I was
yeah.
trying to get, uh, they're under their training certification. Um, she was having me do, sprawls. And like, I did 10 of them and all of a sudden I just started like crying. And I was like, is that like, and it's just like, so weird
Right,
stuff comes out.
right.
With trauma, when you look at, like, I talk about this too, 1 in 3 women have been sexually assaulted.
Mhm.
So when I'm looking at a class of 15, that's 5 women in my class that have experienced some
Right.
sort of sexual assault. Um, so I pay attention to that. So I'm very big on if you're going to cry, you need to cry. Just do it. Nobody's going to judge you here. And if they do,
Yeah.
they can walk right on out. Like,
Mhm.
um, I deal a lot with, the intimidation factor. Women are scared to be in there, even in my class.
Yeah.
Um, and that's the other part too, is like, I want to be an approachable person. I don't want to be somebody that like looks like they're just so big, bad, and tough, because
Yeah.
first of all, I'm not going to look that way anyway. Like everybody's average soccer mom. But I have women that they'll come up and they're learning how to do like a power slap or something like this. And they'll be standing in line and they're like this and their hands
Mm,
are just shaking. We do a debrief at the end. I think those are huge, because
mm,
that gives women an opportunity to talk about things that they liked, things they learned.
yeah.
And a lot of stuff usually comes out with that. Um,
Hmm.
I need to be better, and this is something I've noticed recently, of writing I think probably a more heartfelt and encouraging pre-course letter, because I've noticed a lot of women say to me like, I almost didn't come.
Hmm.
So I've been thinking about that, about like more or less like if they're thinking and then they decide not to come because they are intimidated. So that's been on my mind a little bit lately about that.
That that is fascinating. I've never thought of that. I do notice that there is a difference between the way men and women approach, you know, curriculum in my class where the dudes are more into they just want to show up and get sweaty. You know what I
Right.
mean? Whereas yeah, the women seem to want to know the history or like the reasoning, they want to know why. And
Right.
as a guy, my initial reaction is to be like, shut up and let's train. You know what I mean?
Women don't want to look stupid.
There
That's
you
a
go.
huge one. I still don't want to look dumb.
Ah,
Like I've had to really talk myself into being like, well,
wow.
this is it.
Well, I mean, yeah, and I think, as the instructor or the school owner, it's sort of like paramount. It's your job to create that environment where you can have the differences, you know what I
Right.
mean? Where it's okay.